We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. We are keeping a close eye on today's historic proceedings in New York, where in a matter of hours, Donald Trump is expected to be arraigned on criminal charges. We'll look at the full timeline of today's hearing and how the former president is already laying out his defense. Topping your local news today, parents in Baltimore City are coming together to demand change, saying their kids aren't getting the education they deserve. The changes they're calling for. And Baltimore County Executive Johnny Olszewski is responding to concerns about a recent rash of violence in Towson, how he is defending the county's crime stats. Coming up, Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. The big story today, the arraignment of Donald Trump. A live look at the New York City courthouse, where in just 2 hours, Donald Trump will become the first president ever, former or sitting, to be charged with a crime.
Taken into custody with his Secret Service detail in tow. He will be booked, so he'll be fingerprinted. He'll get a NICID number, which is the New York State tracker that shows you've been arrested and charged with a felony.
Trump's historical surrender and arraignment now just a matter of hours away. His defense team already clear on its planned response.
We'll very loudly and proudly say not guilty. I very much anticipate a motion to dismiss coming because there's no law that fits this.
A live look now at Trump Tower, where he arrived on Monday afternoon. He is expected to remain there until later this afternoon, when he will head to the New York City courthouse to turn himself in. That is expected to happen at 1 o'clock. Then he'll be arraigned at 2:15, and we'll see the indictment that right now remains sealed. The whole arraignment not expected to take long at all, just about 15 to 30 minutes. After his arraignment, he's already announced plans to travel back to his Florida home, where he says he will speak later tonight. However, it's unclear what exactly he'll be able to say, as many legal experts say a gag order will be issued during today's arraignment. Stay with Fox 45 News for the very latest. Download the Fox 45 News app and turn on push notifications to get breaking news developments sent right to your phone. Topping your local news, the weeks-long manhunt for Roy McGrath comes to a tragic ending. Larry Hogan's former chief of staff is dead after an FBI shootout. As Olivia Dance shows us, it happened as federal agents in the Knoxville area closed in on McGrath late last night.
This is still under investigation, but Roy McGrath's attorney confirmed that he died last night after a confrontation with federal agents in Tennessee. The search for McGrath began on March 13th after he failed to show up for trial right here at the federal courthouse. Let's go ahead and pull up a statement from the FBI they sent out last night saying, quote, the FBI is reviewing an agent-involved shooting which occurred at 6:30 p.m. During the arrest, the subject, Roy McGrath, sustained injury and was transported to the hospital. The statement continues on by saying the FBI takes all shooting incidents involving their agents seriously and that the incident is still under investigation. During the weeks-long manhunt for Governor Hogan's former chief of staff, the FBI and U.S. Marshals were offering a combined reward of $20,000. McGrath was facing charges of fraud, theft, and falsification of records. And Fox 45 News spoke with the U.S. Marshals during the manhunt back in March. At the time, though, they thought he might be in Florida.
So we have every reason to believe he's either in Maryland or the state of Florida. He resides in that area. He has strong family ties to that specific area. And ultimately, people are going to go where they have a support network.
But again, McGrath was found in Tennessee, and he is now dead, although it's still unclear if agents shot him or if he wounded himself. Of course, we will continue to follow this investigation as it unfolds, and you can get the latest updates on our website at foxbaltimore.com. For now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
In a new statement released within just the last hour, the FBI says it reviews every shooting incident involving an FBI special agent, and the review will carefully examine the circumstances of the shooting and collect all relevant evidence from the scene. Former Governor Hogan is reacting to the news, saying in a statement, "Yumi and I are deeply saddened by this tragic situation. We are praying for Mr. McGrath's family and loved ones." Happening tonight, parents are gathering for a rally demanding change within the Baltimore City school system. They argue children are both miseducated and uneducated, and that is why the parents are demanding reform. They are calling for an education audit, a financial audit. They also want investigations into school construction funding and the individualized education plan. On top of that, they're calling for a replacement of leadership within the Baltimore City public school system.
I can't afford no $1,000 tutor from Sylvan, but that's what he needs.
And our kids are not caught up, but we're passing them. We're passing them, but they can't read.
Terrible. Horrible.
I want to see them do a complete reform of safety and education in Baltimore City schools.
The rally for our children's education is scheduled to start at 5 p.m. at Baltimore City School headquarters on East North Avenue. Turning now to the city's crime crisis, the recent violence centering around young people. An 18-year-old and a 21-year-old are the city's latest murder victims, both killed late Monday, just 90 minutes apart. Earlier in the day, 3 young people were hurt in a triple shooting in northwest Baltimore. And now city police are searching for a man that they're calling a suspect in a weekend quadruple shooting that left 3 people dead. They are looking for 48-year-old Marvell Worsley. Police are asking anyone who knows where Worsley might be to call 911 or Metro Crime Stoppers. Turning now to counties under pressure, Baltimore County is facing numerous issues. The police department is currently without a permanent police chief, and we've seen a recent rash of violent crime in downtown Baltimore. Earlier this morning, we asked County Executive Johnny Olszewski what he believes is fueling this recent rise in crime.
If you look at the data, and we've been a very transparent, open government, crime numbers and the statistics are actually very much in line with pre-pandemic numbers. So if you look at the amount of crime, which has always been down, there was some per capita numbers that you mentioned earlier. Our numbers are very low, smaller than the state, smaller than most other states around the country. And so, yes, we are at about pre-pandemic levels as people are out and about. But again, even with those levels, we're down again this year. Our police do incredible work. We make important upstream investments in our schools and recreation and parks, and we're really driving in the right direction, not just to make sure people are safe, but also that they feel safe too.
If you want to see the full interview, you can head to our website, foxbaltimore.com. Still ahead, the pandemic led to a rise in online communication from Zoom calls to FaceTime, and it turns out that has impacted how we see ourselves. The impact is having on plastic surgery requests. But first, getting a college degree is getting to be more expensive. How Americans are shifting how they view the necessity of a degree compared with the cost. And new information about the Nashville school shooting that killed 6 people, including 3 children. How long police say the shooter had been planning the attack.
After our mild Tuesday morning, we're going to see warmer temperatures for the afternoon and tracking storms on Thursday. That could lead to a potential weather alert day. But as for today and tomorrow, both days looking pretty good. Upper 70s for the afternoon. Overnight lows barely dropping into the upper 50s, and then we're back to the lower 80s on Wednesday. We're back with your full forecast. We'll do that in just a few minutes from right now.
Fox 45 News, winner of 17 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:10 now, and taking a look at your social stream, police say the Nashville school shooter had been planning the attack for months. According to the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, officials are reviewing pieces of writing they found in the home and vehicle of 28-year-old shooter Audrey Hale. Authorities say she documented the planning in journals and, quote, considered the actions of other mass murderers. The investigation shows that Hale fired 152 rounds, killing 3 students and 3 adults before being killed by police. People reacting on social media: we are spending billions on Ukraine. Why not spend it on security for our nation's youth? Another person saying ban assault weapons. It's not that hard. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signs a bill allowing people to carry concealed guns in public without a permit. The legislation also ends the state requirement for people to go through training before carrying a concealed weapon outside of their home. Democrats and gun control advocates have criticized the legislation. Republicans argue law-abiding citizens have the right to protect themselves. Here's what you're saying about it. Concealed carry means cops will be more inclined to shoot before asking questions. It also means the good guys with guns can't see the bad guys coming. The only winner here is the people who sell the guns. And Zach saying, as a CCW holder and gun owner, I can safely say I am staunchly against this. Requiring someone to take a training course in firearm safety as well as background checks should definitely be required to conceal carry. Might as well get rid of driver's licenses while we're at it. As the cost of Ivy League schools continues to rise, some are questioning if the price tag is still worth it. A new Bloomberg report indicates the annual cost for most elite U.S. colleges is nearing $90,000 a year, meaning a 4-year degree could cost upwards of $320,000. The American Enterprise Institute says families are nearing a place where the degrees are just no longer worth it. Here's what you have to say. One bill saying do not paint with too broad a brush. 2-year tech schools can be very much worth the money, very different probably in price tag of what you're paying for that as well. Another one saying unless you study medicine, law, or engineering, college is not worth it. Well, Sylvan Head turning her nose up at an invitation to the White House. Why the proposed visit isn't sitting well with LSU forward Angel Reese.
With just days left in the session, a bill that could save lives on Maryland roads is stalling. Just ahead, I'll tell you about the calls from the community to change Noah's Law.
And coming up later today at noon, it's Karamo. Then at 1, it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. Your time now, 11:13 on Fox 45. We are back with a live look over at Towson. Partly cloudy with highs in the 70s this afternoon, but showers and storms are heading this way. Meteorologist Justin Chambers is tracking the possible weather alert day later this week. 11:15 now, new overnight. A state trooper is injured after a driver struck his car. It happened overnight in a work zone. The trooper and the other driver were both taken to shock trauma. Charges are pending. Right now, a bill supporters say could save lives on Maryland roads is appearing to stall. There are just a few days left in this year's General Assembly session for lawmakers to act. As Shannon Lilly shows us, it is leading to pushback from the community with demands to change Noah's Law.
Noah's Law was enacted in 2016 to try to help prevent drunk driving on Maryland's roads. But for years, supporters have been working to close what they're calling a loophole in the law. They argue that far too many people are being let off the hook still. And as one dad I spoke with knows, the consequences of that can be devastating.
He was killed by the exact same crime he was trying to protect us from. Not a day goes by that we don't carry that with us.
Well, in 2015, 24-year-old Montgomery County police officer Noah Liotta was hit and killed by a repeat drunk driver at a sobriety checkpoint. So Noah's Law was then passed, requiring those convicted of drunk driving use a sort of breathalyzer ignition lock to start their car. But many, including Noah's dad, says there's a flaw in the law that they've been trying to address for years. Well, right now, if you plead guilty and get probation before judgment or a PBJ, that means a judge can give you probation without a conviction. And if you don't get a conviction, if that's the case, then under the current law, the judge does not have to mandate that breathalyzer interlock be installed, which is a potentially life-saving device.
Drunk drivers who have ignition interlocks installed after their first arrest are 75% less likely to have a repeat drunk driving offense.
So this year, Senate Bill 528 once again aimed at closing that loophole, keeping the roads safe, and it had bipartisan broad support this year, but it was not even put to a vote before crossover day. And Senate President Bill Ferguson says there are legal questions over the bill. Now, he did previously say that this bill is still in active conversations, but given that the session ends on Monday, it's unlikely to pass. Reporting in downtown Baltimore, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News.
Coming up tonight on Fox 45 News at 4, using a city credit card for personal purchases. We're digging into a possible misuse of city funds revealed in an Inspector General's report. Then at 5, teens continue to fall victim to gun violence. The frustration from one victim's loved ones as crime bills stall in Annapolis. And at 6, continuing coverage of Donald Trump's arraignment. We're going to have the latest on what happened in court today. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:18 and now to today's talking point. UConn taking the win in March Madness this year. The team won 76-59 over San Diego State last night. This is the 5th national title for the men's team. On the women's side, LSU topping Iowa, but a proposed White House visit by both final 2 teams not necessarily sitting well with LSU forward Angel Reese. She retweeted a news article with the First Lady's suggested dual invitation and called it a joke. Later, the head coach for LSU said if a formal White House invitation was extended, the team would accept. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now, and I don't like it. I mean, and I understand Angel Reese's frustration. I understand her frustration, and I think she should be frustrated.
Yeah, I can tell, Patrice. You were biting your words. You were eating your words. No, yeah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's we always talk about the women's athletics and kind of the is there fairness? Is it equally covered? Is it equally presented? And so I guess she's saying, hey, we deserve our own visit, just like they deserve their own visit. So I understand, and now.
But I mean, in this case, I mean, so the battle between LSU and Iowa, I mean, it was a great game, but there was so much after the game with how, people saying that Angel was, disrespectful and the trash talking when they didn't say that about, the Iowa. So, But why, if never in history, if you congratulate and invite to the White House the winning team because they won,
yeah,
why now would we invite both teams because they both played well? That's just never. That's not how that works, is it?
Yeah, and we need to get Angel. She's from here. We need to get her on.
We absolutely do. And then her cousin winning on the men's side for UConn last night. So also Baltimore. So Baltimore representing.
I'm calling her now. I'm gonna get her on.
Thank you for that.
You got it.
I know you've got the connection. All right, well, it's a nice, beautiful, warm day here at home. Much better than the storms that those in Texas are seeing. Meteorologist Justin Chambers shows us a time-lapse video of those storms.
This is time-lapse of some storms over Texas. You can see the towering cumulonimbus clouds and all of that lightning there as well. Unfortunately, folks across the Central Plains and the Midwest could be dealing with some strong to severe storms Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. And that same weather maker could be impacting us by the time we head into Thursday. Not with the severe weather, but overall, the next couple of days, we're talking about severe clear, mainly clear skies as we head toward the afternoon. Mid to upper 70s in your hour-by-hour forecast. Typically, lower 60s is where we are this time of year. So definitely seeing those numbers that are going to be above average. And again, with lots of sunshine. Also a little bit less windy here for you on Tuesday afternoon as we get close to 80 degrees. Some of us will clip into the lower 80s, at least close to it. 80 in Laurel expected, 79 Columbia. A little cooler on the eastern shore and to the water, near the water, with the low to mid 70s out toward Stevensville and Chestertown as well. But looking at 80 in D.C. and 81 in Richmond, even down the ocean, a little bit warmer than we've been with numbers in the upper 50s and low to mid 60s. Pollen numbers, they're also going up. So those trees in that high category, you definitely feel that and can see all those trees that are blooming with the really pretty flowers and even some of those green leaves coming out too. Our future scan looks like this. The warm front is going to be here for the next couple of days. So that warmer air, what we're tapping into from the south, you get a little bit of that moisture and that warmer air, and then it will feel definitely spring-like here over the next few days. May track a couple of showers late Wednesday evening. This is all ahead of the next weather maker, and that's that cold front right there that's going to be making its way across the country. So as we head into Thursday afternoon and evening, that'll be our best chance for showers and the potential for some pop-up storms. And some of those storms could be strong to severe, and it could be impacting the O's home opener. But Friday actually will be a lot nicer, and we'll see temperatures that will be cooler. So marginal risk for severe weather on Thursday from the Storm Prediction Center. We'll keep our eyes on that and whether or not we need to shift into a weather alert mode. 70s and 80s, though, for at least the next 3 days before we return to the 60s, cooler but staying dry for Easter weekend.
All right, Justin, thank you. Still ahead, a big honor for a Baltimore County native, the new out-of-this-world experience the NASA astronaut is preparing for. And a big new grant for a local college, how students will help look at traffic patterns and the impact public transportation has on a community. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25. Don't miss this. A major investment for Morgan State University. The U.S. Department of Transportation is giving the school more than $20 million to investigate the way public transportation is changing across the country. Morgan State is the first HBCU and the first school in Maryland to run a partnership with the Department of Transportation. And a huge ovation for Baltimore native Reed Wiseman, one of 4 NASA astronauts chosen to helm the Artemis II mission.
Reed Wiseman.
Wiseman graduated from Delaney High School in Timonium in 1993. The upcoming mission is the first moon mission in 5 decades and is set to launch in November of 2024. The next mission will be a 10-day trip around the moon, a major step toward eventually landing on the moon sometime in 2025. That's all we have time for. On Fox 45 News Midday, Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
Okay, Patrice, we're talking about secret signs of wealth. A new thread on Reddit is claiming to have uncovered the subtle signs someone is uber rich. The ideas people are sharing and whether rich celebs back up the claims. Stick around for Be More Lifestyle.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle, live from Studio B at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with the Persian Nicole from 92Q. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Let me tell you right now, there's a new trend in plastic surgery, and doctors say it could be due to Zoom. For the first time, facial tweaks have surpassed breast implants as the most commonly requested surgery. Nose job, facelifts, and brow lifts now account for 1/3 of all plastic surgeries in America. doctors are linking these rise in facial surgeries to an increased use of Zoom and beauty filters on social media apps. Persia Nicole, who's perfect.
Yeah,
what's your thoughts on this, Persia Nicole? Yes.
Listen, I'm perfect when I have on the filters. It's the filters that makes my life go round. And it's so sad because we all want to be perfect, right? So these filters have us going to the doctors asking for emergency nose jobs. But like, do we be doing this? Probably not. But if we look good, maybe. I don't know.
Lady T, you're anti-filter, right?
No, I stay with a filter, baby. Okay, I come with a filter, baby. Okay, look, I don't play them games, but no, I see why people are wanting to get their face. They want a little nip, a little tuck, a little, something over there. I totally understand, and I get it if you want it. Whatever makes you happy is fine. But honestly, I'm gonna stick to my filters. Okay, I'm gonna stick to the Snapchat filters and the Instagram ones.
Don't do the plastic surgery. Take it from me. I got this fake dimple years ago, and I'm telling you, I regret every moment.
You got a fake dimple?
Yeah, it's a fake dimple.
Oh,
Yeah.
look, it's worth it though. It's the moneymaker.
We want you to tell it. If money was no object, would you have plastic surgery? Vote on the website now, fox45.com/vote. And when you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody's thinking. Now, we've all heard about vision boards and bucket lists, and it turns out having one could help us actually reach our goals. Research shows when you write down your goals, you're more likely to achieve them. So what are some of your most common bucket list items? A lot of people want to go skydiving to go back to school and visit all 50 states. All three of those. Oh, it's also popular to go to get a tattoo or learn a second language. Persia Nicole, what's on your bucket list? Go.
Vacation, okay? That's on my bucket list.
Just a vacation?
Yes, go girl.
Just a vacation?
You know what? I really want to go to Thailand. I really want to go to Africa. I really want to go to places that shows like culture where I can learn from. That's my thing.
Okay,
but at this point, give me a beach.
Lady T.
Yeah, okay. One of my goals is to get flued out. The second goal is to make out with Jason Momoa. The third goal is to just touch and feel up on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Should I continue, or I feel like it's getting a little bit R-rated. I don't want to.
Thank you, Lady T. My bucket list.
You got to write it down. You got to write it down, and it's going to come true. You don't know.
List right now
I've already spoken into existence.
It's written on my mirror in my bathroom. $5 million.
That's exactly.
And then Lady T to
call me Mrs.
Crazy.
Momoa. There you go.
Okay. A new thread on Reddit is claiming to have uncovered the subtle signs someone is uber rich. Top of the list, shunning designer logos. And the theory could be right. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg is known for his plain tees and jeans. Another possible clue about wealth, good teeth. Others say it's a giveaway when someone has expensive hobbies like sailing, golfing, or skiing. And one of the most common signs, according to the Post, is use the phrase, "we're comfortable," to describe their finances. Oh, dang, that is true. We're comfortable. How you doing, Lady T? How's the wallet looking?
It's not looking great, Mark. Over here, we're crying every night. We're at Dollar Tree in those long lines waiting, and it's looking like depression. Back to you, Mark.
Okay, Persia Nicole, one of the signs of wealth is if you work at 92Q, so Persia Nicole's good already.
I'm crying, okay? I'm in the house.
We're comfortable.
So we are comfortable. Persia's like, we're comfortable.
My answer is, I'm uncomfortable. So
she's speechless. Look at her. She's speechless. She said, I am uncomfortable.
Well, let me tell you, both of you guys are worth billions of dollars.
Yeah, we're worth it. I just don't have it, Mark, and that's the concern that I think.
You have it. You just haven't drawn it.
There it is. It just hasn't been deposited yet. But I think it's en route. I just, I haven't gotten the route number yet. I think that's what. But you have blue on, and I heard blazers, are another sign of wealth. Because obviously you look like you have money, and you look like you
Nicole
really.
Had her blue on today, we would have matched, and that would have equaled some money.
Come on, Persia.
Once again, Persia.
All black.
It's okay. It's okay. Her hair is making up for it. Her hair makes up for all of it.
Appreciate you, ladies. Still ahead, helping everyone fit in. How a local group is working to make safe and comfortable environments for those with different abilities. But first, it's a must-have for pet owners and those with small kids, a rug you can throw in the washing machine. We'll show you the new designs that will not only make your home feel warm and welcoming, but will help you keep it clean, too. That's a good combination.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
As the saying goes, April showers bring May flowers. But that also means more mud and dirt being tracked inside the house. Genevieve Gorder has a decorated and affordable solution to protect your floors.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
You guys, I have been designing rugs for decades, and the number one question I get every time is, what's the best rug if I have pets? Or what is the best rug to use if I have kids? And I have the best answer for you. Here it is. It's called My Magic Carpet. And from the very first moment we introduced this line, I have been all in. That's hard to say for a designer. These are washable rugs that you can put anywhere in your house if you're a pet owner, small kids, most importantly, those high traffic areas. By the doors, in the kitchen. Let's just talk about the kitchen for a second. Everything happens in the kitchen. If you cook, you spill, you have guests, you make a mess. And you want to be able to clean your carpets as much as you want. And let me tell you, I'm so impressed by the technology behind My Magic Carpet. And that's what sets it apart from the other competitors. First of all, it's backing. It's all connected to the rug. The other rug's padding can be separate, breaks apart, wrecks your washer. This doesn't, and it's non-slip. Most importantly, it's waterproof. Your flooring is always protected. I have tested this, believe me. And there are so many designs to choose from. This is our newest. It is a shag, if you can believe it, and we've already washed this, and it looks exactly the same. This is why no one gets shag, because they can't wash it. Now you can. We are offering 30% off today, you guys. Do not wait. Get a few of these for every room. To take advantage of this deal, go to asadeals.com.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by CareFab.
CareFab is creating a safe environment for individuals with disabilities where they can be themselves. We're joined now by Dr. Amanda Carter, also Daniel Walker with CareFab, and a special guest to tell us more about how CareFab is giving individuals with disabilities hope. Welcome to the show, Doc. How are you?
I am wonderful. I'm just so thrilled and honored to be here to share with the world and our viewers about the amazing work that our agency is doing to support those with disabilities.
And so when was CareFab established, and what inspired you to provide support for those with disabilities?
So my first experience working with an individual with autism occurred in undergrad. I originally wanted to become an anesthesiologist, and I recall in school, the client that I worked with had a history of elopement. So I would always run to ensure his safety, ensuring that he was not out of sight. And subsequently, as I was working on my master's, I encountered another family who had 2 children on the spectrum. And just seeing her day-to-day interactions and all the hard work that she continuously does to support both of her children was truly remarkable. So then I began to advocate at the local, national, and even international level, supporting those with disabilities. So then I started CareFab in 2014 in my parents' basement, and it has truly been a blessing.
Well, you've grown since then. Tell us what CareFab stands for and where are you located?
So CareFab stands for Care and Recreational Activities for Autistic People. We are located in Columbia, Maryland, in Howard County, and we also recently expanded to Atlanta, Georgia.
That's amazing. Can you describe the nonprofit foundation that began in 2016?
Yes, so CareFab Foundation began in 2016. I was inspired to start a foundation because we really wanted to extend additional support to assist families who were not approved for the Autism Waiver Program or DDA services. The typical family waits about 10 years to receive services under both programs. We are an approved provider. And I can't express how many countless families who come to us and who are in true dire need of additional supports, but they don't have the funds, they don't have the resources, and that's why we are truly seeking sponsors who believe in supporting the mission, this cause for the greater good to support those with disabilities.
And Doc, can you tell us about a client you brought with us, and also as we wrap things up, how we can stay in contact?
Yes. So she is amazing. I have seen so much growth in her. She was with us when we were in the basement. So she's been with us for probably a little over 7 years. So she actually rides a horse, and she's going to talk about those experiences. But her interaction with the horses has increased her ability to communicate, interpersonal skills, socialization skills. You can kind of see some of the pictures. She rides at Out the Box Stables in Gaithersburg. So can you tell us the name of the horse that you see right there in the picture?
Artie.
Good job. And what color is Artie? Ooh, bless you.
Brown.
Brown. And can you tell the viewers the 4 gaits of a horse?
Walk, trot, canter, gallop.
Good job. I'm so proud of you.
That's amazing, Doc. Thanks so much, Doc. And again, where can people get more information?
So Danielle is the one who's actually handling our sponsorships. So we can be found at www.carafab.com. We have 3 different sponsorships. We have the Diamond, Platinum, and Gold. And we truly, truly are counting on you to support us. Danielle, do you have anything that you'd like to add regarding contacting us?
Yes, you can contact us at dwalker at carafabfoundation.org.
And our contact number is 443-542-9177. We're counting on you.
Thanks so much for joining us and sharing this great information, okay? Still ahead, Drake puts out a new song, and after hearing it, some are asking if he's taunting another rapper. And a sneak peek at a new season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Lady T has all of It's time to spill the tea this Tuesday with Lady T.
Hey, what's up, fellow tea sippers? All right, let's get to pouring. All right, so the new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta was announced. Fans are excited. It's been a build-up because Candy's been beefing with just about everybody, okay? She's beefing with her SWV to her own group mate, Tasha Scott. Now, I heard reports that we're going to see some former housewives return, so I'm pretty excited. That includes Kim Zolciak and a few others. So you'll be tardy to the party. You got to make sure you're watching this new season. I'm so excited. Mark, what are your thoughts?
It's been a long run. goodness.
It's a long run, right? I hope to see a Nene Leakes cameo, but we'll see what happens, okay? All right, up next. Okay, so our day isn't complete if we don't talk about Petty Drake, Champagne Papi. All right, so the rapper was performing at J. Cole's Dreamville Fest while closing out. He performed a new track which sampled Kim K's voice where she was talking about her divorce from Ye during Keeping Up the Kardashians. So it was a little bit awkward, but listen, I think this is a build-up for Drake and 21 Savage's new tour that they're about to go on. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I love Drake. He always wakes me up with a little bit petty in my cup. Okay, I feel like he just gives it to us. Does he not? Is it just? I mean, come on. You know, this is typical artist.
Hot petty, serve it up.
Yeah. All right, up next, you guys, because the thing is pouring. All right, so 3 cheers for LSU, the NCAA women champs. So Baltimore native Angel Reese has taken over the spotlight, rightfully so. But with that came a little bit of criticism. She was doing the, you can't see me, the John Cena taunt against Iowa's Caitlin Clark, and some sports commentators didn't like that. They thought it was unsportsmanlike, classless. But you know what? She has a fan. Shaq was like, hold on, wait. He called whatever commentator said that to her an idiot. He was like, no, don't talk about our girl. So congrats to her, though. I think she handled it very well. She said that she is not bothered by it, and she's keeping her head forward and moving on to bigger and better things. So we'll see great things from the Baltimore native. I'm excited for her.
She's a superstar.
She is a superstar. She's got lots more coming her way. I think they have a White House visit coming up next, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Well.
Yeah. All right, that's it for the tea for today. Now, y'all know what to do at home. Y'all got to go sip on all that tea.
Always great. Thank you, Lady T. It's a feeling more like summer than spring. We're looking at a nice warm day, looking to the 70s. Meteorologist Justin Chambers joins us. We're not the only one winning the beauty weather contest, right, Justin?
Well, looking at this, a pretty sunrise here in Florida. You can see a couple of dogs playing around on the beach there as the sun rises. A few of those clouds out there as well. Always nice to get those great sunrise pictures. Of course, we got beautiful sunrises right here in Maryland, and we love that as well, especially out over the eastern shore. Now, here's a look at your weather story. After a mild Tuesday morning, warmer numbers for the afternoon, and we are tracking some storms by Thursday. Could see some strong to severe thunderstorms, so we'll keep our eye on whether or not we need a weather alert day for Thursday. But numbers in the next few hours looking great. Mid to upper 70s, plenty of sunshine for us, well above average temperatures for your Tuesday afternoon. You can see that average is 62. We're going to be in those mid to upper 70s across Carroll and Baltimore counties, 76 in Perry Hall and Weimar, 75 in Dundalk for you this afternoon. Even Howard and Anne Arundel counties close to that 80-degree mark. Ellicott City and Columbia over to Elk Ridge at 79. Same number in Odenton. Even those areas along the bay will be in the mid to upper 70s. Allergy levels, well, they're kind of up there. The allergen levels with the trees being the biggest offenders in that high category over the next couple of days. Definitely feeling that with the trees that are blooming and looking pretty good out there. Here's our future scan. More of that warm and kind of moisture-rich air going to be with us here for the next few days. That is going to be what's going to set up the potential for some of those stronger storms. So Tuesday and Wednesday, we stay dry. Wednesday afternoon, a little bit more cloud cover. May see a stray shower late Wednesday afternoon into the evening time. But Thursday is when those storms are going to be developing as that cold front moves in. The cold air slams into that warmer air, and you get the potential for some of those showers developing, especially in the wake of that cold front, and then as we head into Thursday afternoon and evening time. But by Thursday night, that should be all out of here, and we'll actually be drier and cooler for the weekend. We do have a marginal risk for severe weather already from the Storm Prediction Center. That's still 1 on a scale of 1 to 5, but something that bears watching with these storms rolling in. So 70s and 80s for the next 3 days, back to the 60s for Easter weekend. Easter Sunday looks pretty nice, starting off in the 40s and back to the 60s for the afternoon, and then even warmer as we as we head toward next week.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Maple Grove Medical Clinic.
Maple Grove Medical Clinic offers a non-invasive treatment for a common condition in men. Mark Kramer of Maple Grove Medical Clinic is here to talk about the treatments they offer. Mark, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you doing today?
I'm great, man. So what are you talking about today, and why is this treatment such a great alternative to pills that don't always work?
So today, guys, we are talking about erectile dysfunction and alternate treatments to the pills. The pills have been around for a quarter of a century, believe it or not. Those pills definitely come with timing issues. They can come with side effects as well. At Maple Grove Medical Clinic, we have a breakthrough treatment. It is called acoustic wave therapy. The difference here is acoustic wave therapy actually treats the root cause of ED. In most cases, that is a lack of blood flow. The pills only treat the symptoms.
So, Mark, would you consider the wavelength device that you use to be invasive?
not invasive whatsoever. We have a small device which is placed on top of the skin. That device will deliver gentle pressure waves to the damaged blood vessels below. It helps to repair and open up those blood vessels, and that gives a guy an increase in blood flow where and when he needs it the most. And this also reintroduces the spontaneity back into his relationship.
You know, people often like to know there's research behind medical procedures, so have there been any studies done on this?
60 clinical studies in all. And guys, you can go to maplegrovemedicalclinic.com. We have the links to those studies there. The bottom line, those studies show both the safety and effectiveness of utilizing acoustic wave therapy in treating the root cause of ED.
Now, is there anything to be concerned about during these procedures? Is there any pain or discomfort?
You know what? That is the number one question we get. Will it be painful? And the answer is no. No pain whatsoever, no discomfort either. We have, again, a small device which is placed on top of the skin, so it's non-invasive. Most guys are going to need several treatments over the course of a 2 to 3 week period. Those treatments last about 15 minutes each. That's it.
You know the big question, do you have any special offers for those who might be nervous so they can take advantage of what's going on?
Absolutely. Guys, call Maple Grove Medical Clinic today. Keep in mind, ED does not repair itself. Give us a call today. We will set you up with that initial exam, assessment, even that blood flow ultrasound at no cost. In addition to that, you will receive a gift which can provide rapid results in the bedroom. Call Maple Grove Medical Clinic today to take advantage of this offer.
Mark, thanks so much for this great information.
Thank you very much.
Still ahead, are those popular beauty filters on social media changing the way we see ourselves? Well, one plastic surgeon is saying about the filters and how it's impacting plastic surgery trends. There's a new trend in plastic surgery, and doctors say it could be due to Zoom. For the first time, facial tweaks have surpassed breast implants as the most commonly requested surgery. Nose jobs, facelifts, and brow lifts now account for 1/3 of all plastic surgeries in America. Doctors are linking the rise in facial surgeries to an increased use of Zoom and beauty filters on social media apps. Now, we wanted you to tell it, if money was no object, would you have plastic surgery? Most of you are saying, no, not my thing. Okay, all right. Great show lined up for tomorrow. From the hottest new skin treatments to fun new accessories to freshen up our wardrobe, we'll talk about some easy ways to make the transition from winter to spring less stressful.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@FoxBaltimore.com.
Thank you for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great one.